I am being sued by Brendan Schaub.
I told you we got a bomb threat in Indy, right?
No.
They were going to cancel the shows. What? Got a bomb threat.
What?
And the Indy police were like, they were actually really on it.
Were they worried you were going to bomb?
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and I'm not sure how many people on my YouTube channel will know who this guy is. They may have heard of him or not. You know, I don't know. He's a comedian who sells somewhere between 6 and 8 tickets per show, who's been basically buoyed by much better comedians, Brian Callen, or like he got put over basically by Joe Rogan. If you remember the famous interview of like where Joe is just thrashing him after he had lost a UFC fight. I've got nothing against Brandon Schaub. His content isn't for me, but I'm sure my content isn't for him either. My interest is purely in his clear misunderstanding of what fair use is. He's abusing the YouTube DMCA copyright system to take down videos that are making fun of him. I'm not kidding you. We're going to get into the full story after this quick word from Kamikoto. Huge shout out to this video's sponsor, Kamikoto. That's right, Kamikoto makes Japanese steel kitchen knives using traditional techniques from Japan. Over 800 years of Japanese technology and expertise have gone into creating the steel that this knife has been meticulously handcrafted from, using techniques that date all the way back to the Edo period of Japan. Kamikoto only uses steel sourced from mills in Japan. Each knife comes in a beautiful, heavy-duty wood box. It makes sure that the knife is stored safely. Each knife is individually inspected and comes with a lifetime guarantee. These are knives that I personally own and use. I got a set through this promotion. Over Christmas, I used it to cut a beautiful brisket that I had made for the holidays, and cut ham and turkey and all sorts of things. Not only did it work flawlessly, but it was a talking point at the table. The knives felt like the perfect weight. They were perfectly balanced. And on top of all of this, just for you, my subscribers, you guys can get an additional $50 off any purchase you make with discount code TheQuartering. So click the link below and go to kamikoto.com/thequartering and use promo code TheQuartering to save an extra $50 today. If you don't know who Brendan Schaub is, he is a former UFC fighter, retired UFC fighter, who, again, was famously retired essentially by Joe Rogan. It was time. You know, I'm no UFC expert. He had taken some bad L's. And that happens, you know, time is undefeated. So I'm not really holding that against him, especially as a guy who's about 75 pounds overweight, at least over here. So I'm not really going to talk about anything about his career that way. But then he slid into podcasting with co-host Brian Callen. He kind of came up with all those guys that got really popular in the podcasting scene at the same time. They'd run the same circuits, like Callen, Schaub, D'Elia at the time. You know, and it was entertaining stuff for a while. It seems like everything's kind of cooled off. All of these people seem to have had some sort of incident at the same time. It was like conveniently timed where, you know, Brian Callen had some cancel culture stuff come up. Obviously, we know with Chris what happened there. Schaub, I'm not sure exactly what the situation was, but I did notice that there is a large contingent of people that do not like him for one reason or another. Now, it's something I can relate to. But anytime you're kind of like, you've got a strong group of fans, you're probably going to have another strong group of anti-fans. And there are a couple of YouTubers who have basically clowned on him, doing reaction videos to his podcasts. And now he's suing one of them. After abusing the YouTube copyright system to take down videos critical of him, he has decided that he wants to file a lawsuit, which I have all the paperwork here, so we'll go through that in just a minute. You know, essentially, there's some clips of The Fighter and the Kid. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 episodes. Plaintiff registered the works in the United States Copyright Office on February 22nd, 2022. What a coincidence. copies of the copyright registration certificates attached. Then YouTube, obviously they talk about who YouTube is. Plaintiff uploaded the works to plaintiff's YouTube channel for streaming only as follows. You know, the episode days and dates that they're on. Other than that, the respect in connection with the public performance of the works, blah, blah, blah. Essentially, what Brandon Schaub has done is hire an attorney to take his money, and he's going to lose in court. So you see the YouTuber's uniqueness. That's funny way to put it. Uploaded a video today. It looks like his channel, you know, he had actually taken down his main channel with copyright strikes. And it looks like most of his clips are, you know, reaction content, things of that nature, clips and whatnot. Now, the videos that Brandon took down were apparently, I talked to him directly, were commentary. He commentated over the videos. Now, unfortunately, I can't see the originals, but I also don't know how big his original channel was. But if we look at it, you know, there's this subreddit that's just completely dedicated to dunking on Brandon Schaub, and it's not small. 56,000 people. And they posted this video this morning, or somebody posted the video. You guys don't like this guy, but you have to take a side. Brandon Schaub is suing him for teasing him. You can see, usually I don't care what this dude has to say, but this is messed up. How have they got the dude's name and address? What is Thick Boy Productions based out of? Whatever. Essentially, someone says what kicked this off was he posted a video of Brandon on security cameras slipping a lady his number. First, Brandon got his initial channel copyright struck, and now this, which means Brenda, I'm assuming that's what they call Brandon, actually did try cheating on his wife. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. And if that's the case, like him trying to cover this up, at least you could maybe understand. But you also have to understand, Mr. Brandon Schaub, is there's this thing called the Streisand effect. I couldn't care less about your podcast or what you have going on in your breakfast burrito food truck thing, but I do care about fair use a lot. And it seems like you don't understand it. When I look at your Twitter account, you know, I notice you're still tweeting, but you haven't talked about, by the way, yikes, 807,000 followers and it got 30 likes. Yikes. 200 likes, 75 likes, 40 likes, 12. He's getting ratioed on his own tweets. Like, he has 800,000 followers and he's getting 12 likes on his tweets. Like, I don't know, Brendan. Like, this is messed up. You filed this lawsuit. You paid the whatever $400 or $500 plus you paid, you paid the $400 to file it. Now, I don't know what you're paying the lawyer. Now, the person who made this video says that they do commentary. Now,
Griffin confirmed that he's no.
it looks like he does.
People, you know, so they're like, you know what? Instead of a month on the
money with you from that Patreon, and as long as we're all here, you're not going to be on the show.
So you can see he plays these clips. He seems to focus on criticizing a lot of these guys. Good, fine, totally fine, but he seems to do commentary, so I tend to believe him that it was fair use. You know, the old Brian Callen, Brendan Schaub thing, this goes all the way back, you know, to 1999. He you know, there were claims against Brian Callen. He denied ever offering to trade stage time for hookups. I don't know if that ever happened. I tend to, when people hold on to things for 20 years and then talk about it on social media, I ignore it. Now, are there going to be some times where there's like legitimate evidence behind something that somebody said? Yeah. But if the very first time you ever try to do something about it is post on social media, I tend to not believe it. So like these guys have all experienced some level of cancel culture. And so I don't want to you know, get into the situation where you know, people are trying to cancel Brendan Schaub, but bro, you're smarter than this. You can't be suing YouTubers. So basically what happened is Brendan Schaub allegedly placed copyright claims on videos. Then the YouTube person who created those videos created a counterclaim and said, no, these are fair use. That puts the original claimant in a position where they either have to let it go or they have to file a lawsuit. So 99 times out of 100, in fact, 999 times out of 1,000, the original claimant just leaves it because they don't understand fair use in the first place. But in this case, it would appear Brendan's ego has got him in a situation where now he has to follow through on a lawsuit. And that is very stupid because you are going to lose. And bro, like, you know how like you guys just sit around in chairs and react to other people's content? Like, you understand that that's the same thing. You could just replace this Newsweek article with a video. And by the way, you do that all the time. And the thing is, like, that's totally fine. Here's a video of that actress doing the Putin thing, and they watch that. Brendan, is that fair use or not? Like, do you think, Brendan, that this woman should be able to take your video down because you goofed on her?
Because he'd be so loved that he wouldn't.
Like, is that it? Like, and then like all you do on your show is just scroll through the internet and watch videos and like, it's the laziest content ever. I would know. All right. But like, you literally can't do this, dude. Stop the lawsuit now. I'm telling you, as somebody who's been on YouTube for 20 years practically, this will end badly. You will look terrible, and bigger YouTubers than me are going to start to cover it. And people who are in your fandom now will look at this and see that you're acting like a clown. Remove those claims, first of all. Second of all, get rid of this stupid lawsuit. Apologize and move on with your life. People get to make fun of you, man. You call yourself a comedian. Well, act like it. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.